is Tiffany Yeager, and I am from Menominee, Wisconsin. It's a small town in the western portion of Wisconsin, and we're about 15,000 people, and we have a very rural community. I grew up on a farm just outside of Menominee.
My name is Stephanie Norby. I am from a small town in Herman, Minnesota, population of around 400. There's a lot of scattered communities around, and they range from about 400 to 1,200 people. Closest hospital to me or clinic is about a half hour, 45 minutes away. Always been a struggle. When you're sick, getting in, it's always a pretty busy place.
I chose to do the DE program because I felt like it was the only fit for me as far as pursuing my goal of becoming a PA. I have a husband and 2 children very involved in the community in Mankato, and commuting to any other PA program would not have been feasible distance-wise. So this distance program out of UW has been the best fit that I could have thought it could be.
When I went to look at programs, I saw that none of them were in the area that I lived in, and so I had initially thought this was not going to be a possible dream for me to go back and be a physician assistant. However, I did a little further research and found that UW-Madison had the distance education program, which seemed like the perfect fit for what I needed. And it has turned out to be just that. I was able to stay in my community and continue working at the local county human services, working with the folks that I care about, and still go to school and get a tremendous education.
Finding the distance program, which allowed me to stay in my area and continue working and continue building relationships with providers in the area, number one, allowed me to complete PA school, and number 2, helped me build long-lasting relationships with local providers that some of them will now be my preceptors, and they will all be colleagues in the future.
I just finished my first rotation in my home community. I was able to see a number of the folks that I used to serve at Human Services coming in for medical services, provide excellent medical care to them, and also know them on a community basis, having been from the community prior to my first rotation. So I'm hopeful that this may lead to a position in my home community once I'm done with all of my rotations. And that's exactly what I was hoping to accomplish when I went out sought out to get into PA school.
Challenge, but again, having the support from my friends here and the distance students that were also going through it was extremely helpful. And somehow it works, I don't know. And I guess, I've had such a positive experience, and you can't always put the words to kind of what a fabulous 3 years this has been for me.